Hello, I'm Dee, and today we are going to be doing a reading that is based on your person's true intentions. We're going to be getting into their subconscious intentions as well as their conscious intentions. So, their subconscious intentions are going to cover how they feel about you, what they think about you, what they want to be able to do within this connection, and their conscious intentions are meant to represent what they are actually going to do about it. So, what we're hoping for here throughout all of these is that their subconscious and their conscious intentions align, meaning that they will pursue you. So, to start off, we're going to do 3 piles today. We have the amethyst going first. The tiger's eye is my second pile, or my second option of the day. And then my clear quartz will be the last pile. And as always, I will insert a picture of these pictures quite clearly for you so that you're not just going based off of me holding them up for the camera. And they should appear as the thumbnail as well. So, with that said, let's get into pile 1, option 1 with the amethyst and see what comes up for you guys. Okay, so first we are going to pull some cards that will represent their subconscious intentions. Again, this is more so their thoughts, their feelings, whether or not their intentions are pure or impure when it comes to you. So, pile 1, my amethyst people. What are your person's subconscious intentions? Okay, so first things first, I would say your person might oscillate between being very open with you and also trying to pull themselves back and appear to be more reserved. But we immediately start off as far as their subconscious intentions with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands. So with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Wands, I don't think that you're going to be able to see the cards, so I will hold them up. Ace of Pentacles, Page of Wands, and then we finished up with the King of Swords. So first of all, I would say that I just don't feel like they know quite how to go about doing it. But on a subconscious level, they do see potential within this connection. Page of Wands to me would indicate that they would like to get to know you more. They see a lot of opportunity here. They see a lot of potential to this connection. The King of Swords indicates to me that they are not the best at expressing themselves at times. King of Swords often represents somebody that thinks a lot more with their head than their heart, a lack of romance or romantic tendencies. And they're also torn on what to do about this connection. So now I want to try to get into why they're torn. The Two of Swords and the Two of Swords and the Queen of Swords both jumped out. The Queen of Swords in reverse. So to me, that can indicate that they are repressing their feelings for you in one way or another. So I'm assuming their conscious intentions, but let's see, I'm assuming their conscious intentions are going to be rather, like they might tend to act somewhat standoffish or aloof or get distant with you at times. They are certainly confused as to what to do about this connection because they see the potential. They're not quite comfortable expressing themselves or their emotions. I also feel like at times they might be telling themselves not to so much focus on love and that they should be focusing on other things in their lives. That's a message I'm picking up on, especially since the Two of Swords jumped out after the King of Swords. To me, this can represent that even on a subconscious level, this person's kind of like, I need to get my shit together before I should enter into a relationship. And that might be something that's causing them to block this connection, even on a subconscious level, because what their thoughts and their feelings are is like, yeah, I like this person. Yeah, we have great chemistry. Yeah, I see the potential of this connection. But I need to really get my shit together before I could be a good partner to this person. But then we end with the Two of Cups. So I would say that ultimately this person's subconscious intentions toward you is that they do want to pursue a relationship with you, but they also know that they have other things that they need to focus on. So there is definitely something subconsciously that's blocking them. I do feel like it's work. I also feel like even going back to the King of Swords to then see Queen of Swords and Two of Swords, this person might not be comfortable expressing themselves at all. You know, they might rather, like, they might, even though they have strong feelings for you, because we did end with that Two of Cups, so there's a lot of strong feelings, there's a lot of opportunity and potential that they see within this connection. They're holding themselves back from pursuing it even on a subconscious level. So now what we are going to do is pull some cards for their conscious intentions. Okay, so if subconsciously they're already experiencing a blockage because they feel like there's certain things that they need to do in certain ways, they got to get their shit together. Consciously might not look that pretty, or might explain some of what they are currently doing to you at this current point in time. So, there we go. Okay, so to me, consciously, it makes perfect sense. Hopefully, I say it coherently enough for it to make perfect sense to you. So even perhaps what's going on currently between the both of you, we have Three of Swords and King of Cups in reverse. The subconscious intentions played up on this, but it's more explicitly stated throughout these next couple of cards that I've pulled. Again, I'm not sure if you can see them, probably not, but we have Three of Swords, King of Cups in reverse, Judgment, and Eight of Pentacles, and then the Page of Swords closing it out. So with the Three of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse, this is indicative that this person has been hurting you in one way or another, and I do feel the way that they are hurting you is by being very hot and cold with you. Again, distant and aloof, I believe, were the words that I used during the subconscious intentions portion of this. So this person does act distantly at times, does give you time, effort, and energy to then pull it back, and they overall are hurting you in a way. You might feel as though conscious, and even as a conscious intention, Anthony is very loud today. He is very loud and hyper. I'm not sure if you can see the dog next to me. The animals are running amok. Three of Swords and King of Cups in reverse would indicate that this person, you're starting to feel, and this person even consciously is somewhat emotionally manipulating you. That this person is hurting you. This person's giving you little breadcrumbs of time, effort, and energy, little breadcrumbs of chemistry, and so on and so forth. And that is because subconsciously this person sees the potential of this connection. They don't want to lose it completely, but they don't want to or are not pursuing it at this current point in time because they have other shit that they want to do with their lives. So that does make this person, in my eyes, perhaps not worth your time. That to me can indicate that this person at times is not exactly having the most pure of intentions with you, because they're trying, it's almost like they're trying to have you as, let's say, I always use this as an example, but I'm not even sure how clear it comes out, but that you're basically a hook on the line, or like they've got a fish on the line. They know at some point they can try to reel you back in, but they don't, it's like they give you a little bit and then they disappear again, and then they give you a little bit and then they disappear again. Again, basically just hot and cold, distant and aloof, but giving you these little breadcrumbs of like and comfort and time and effort and energy and so on and so forth. Again, even with their conscious intentions, we have the Judgment card jumping out next to me. And it's funny, you want to know what's funny is I was thinking of the Judgment card all morning for some reason, and thinking of this one time when I heard it referred to as a resurrection, and that is because of the picture, or the depiction rather, on the card. So to me, I just find it funny how that was on my mind all morning, and then I see the Judgment card here, so the first thing my mind went to is resurrection. And, after this period of being somewhat cold, somewhat distant, somewhat aloof, they are going to try to come back and revive or resurrect this connection. They're going to really try to put in some work in order to make you to see that they have changed or that they're a better person now. And that in and of itself is going to be frustrating for you, and that in and of itself is going to be delayed. So this perhaps might not be somebody that you want to wait around for. This might not be somebody that is worth your time, especially because you are feeling hurt and you are feeling manipulated at this current point in time. Okay, I had to chop this up a little bit to put my cat in the other room, so I'm not sure exactly where I'm going to be able to cut it off so that you don't get all the meowing inside of the the videotape, because things got a little chaotic here for a second. And we have here with the Judgment card indicating that this person wants to resurrect this connection. This person, after this period of betrayal or hurting you, with the Three of Swords, this person is wanting to come back into your life. So the Judgment card expresses that, and then we have the Eight of Pentacles indicating them wanting to work through these issues. We also have the Page of Swords indicating you at times being frustrated with this, you feeling like the efforts that they're going to be making into the distant future are delayed, or not worth your time, or even the distant future as to when they began to send you these mixed signals, mixed emotions. This could be something that had happened to you in the recent or distant past, and you're going to be at the point where you're just frustrated and you're done. Like you're done. You kind of counted this connection out because this person wasn't giving you this time, effort, and energy when they should have. I also feel like the Three of Swords and the King of Cups in reverse are referencing to other things that could be going on. I do feel like you in general are just being or you are feeling hurt and betrayed by their lack of action, or their non-reciprocation of time, effort, and energy. I feel like you're also feeling quite hurt by the fact that this person is not, they're not expressing themselves to you. They give you these dribs and drabs, but they're not truly telling you how they feel or what they want. And maybe if they were to express to you that they want to get their shit together before getting into this, long-term relationship with you that they see for themselves and that they want for this connection, you would feel better about it. Or you would, at least be able to understand where they're coming from. But instead, you do feel like they're manipulating you with that King of Cups in reverse. You feel like there's a level of emotional manipulation here that you didn't sign up for. Thus, when they do want to take that conscious action of coming toward you to try to resurrect the connection, to try to find forgiveness and expect for you to give forgiveness, you might be at the point where you're not willing to work through it with them. And I'm not sure if I caught this on camera, but I pulled another card somewhere in between the chaos of my cats, and I got the Death card. So to me, this is more so indicating to me that at this point, this connection for you personally is going to feel somewhat dead and gone by the time that this person makes their way back to you. And I do feel like part of that has to do with perhaps the length of time, because the Page of Swords can indicate delays. I feel like part of that has to do with healing work that you're going to be doing, that you're not going to settle for less than what you deserve with how this person is currently treating you or has treated you in the recent or distant past even. I feel like the Death card is indicative of you on a personal level. You've gone through this enormous amount of personal and spiritual growth, some of it sparked by the pain that you felt from this connection. You've really been working or focusing on your self-worth. And when this person comes back to you, you're going to be at a point in your life where, as I said, the connection is dead and gone for you. You have moved on. You've put this connection to bed. and you want to focus on other things, perhaps even a new connection, because whatever this connection has, put you through in one way or another, it's not allowing yourself to close yourself off to love. You're more so focusing on, it seems like you're more so going to take the route of, okay, this connection sucked, this connection hurt, and now I want to move on or move forward with my life. So now I'm going to pull some of these little love oracle cards just for advice and guidance for you and how you yourself should be handling this connection. Okay. So the first card to jump out is the Runner, and I split this deck into two different parts just because it makes it easier to shuffle since I put all three of the Love Oracle cards together. There's 3 decks that I know of. If there's a fourth, I'm probably going to get it, and then my stack of these tiny cards is going to grow even more. But we have the Runner. Runner in a codependent relationship, fear of intimacy, listening to ego. I would say that this is a somewhat perfect description of the way that we've seen your person be acting throughout these 2 readings, that they are at times running away from this connection, that they do fear emotional intimacy because they are not expressing themselves. They're rather emotionally immature, and at times it makes them rather emotionally manipulative as well. Okay. So also, even just in the sense that this person is both on a conscious and subconscious level, knowing that they need to pull back from this connection in order to work on themselves or to work on their, oh, we lost one, in order to work on themselves, but also to perhaps, Jesus, I can't get it, in order to work on themselves, but also to work through, to pursue their career, it seems, as well. Oh my goodness, all of these cards have fallen. Okay, let's see if I can get one more that's not going to fall on me. So again, we have, I'm pulling this one too. So we have the cards I like you, and then that's followed up by strategy. So I feel like, and then that's followed up by communication. So to me, I get somewhat I like you, strategy, communication. Feels a little bit sketchy to me considering the both subconscious and conscious intentions that have been coming out here, that this person can be manipulative, especially over your emotions. To me, if they have a strategy of some sort, if they have a game plan of some sort when it comes to this connection, it's almost like, again, they communicate with you in dribs and drabs. They show you how much they like you, and then they run away again. Your advice to you, glam it up. This is indicative of, I feel, you focusing on self-worth and self-confidence. We have not today. Again, that this person has hurt you, that at times this person might avoid certain conversations with you, or you might even avoid having certain conversations with them because you might even just have an inkling of, what's up with this person. They've been doing nothing but sending you mixed signals. They've been doing nothing but giving you dribs and drabs of their time, effort, and energy. So you're starting to feel hurt, or you're starting to feel angry with this person because they're not meeting your expectations, and in my opinion, they are not worth your time. And what you're being urged to do at this point in time is to heal yourself first, because as you focus on your own healing, even with that Death card, as you go through this period of healing, as you put this connection behind you, as you focus your time, effort, and energy back into yourself, into self-care, self-love, self-healing, you're going to be on this journey of immense personal and spiritual growth, and that is what is going to allow you to attract what you are, and that's energetically attracting what you are, energetically attracting somebody who is more so worth your time to be in this connection with, or to be in a connection with, rather. So I hope that made sense, my little amethyst friends. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. Thank you for sticking around with me if you made it to the end of this reading with me, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile 2. So now we are moving ahead to our tiger's eye, our pile 2 people, and we are going to try to uncover your person's subconscious and conscious intentions toward you. So again, their subconscious intentions are going to focus on their thoughts, their feelings, their intentions, whether or not their intentions are pure or impure, and their conscious intentions are meant to indicate what it is that they are going to do about the intent, what they are going to do in real life toward you and toward this connection. Okay, so first we're going to do a quick little spread on your subconscious intentions. Pile 2s. Okay, so far we have the 10 of Pentacles, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, the 6 of Wands, the 5 of Pentacles, and the Ace of Swords in reverse. So, your person feels a huge lack of confidence in coming toward you. However, they really do feel quite beautifully about you. They see it all with you. So as far as their subconscious thoughts, feelings, intentions, they are absolutely wanting to pursue a relationship with you. They want to pursue a relationship that's going to be long-term, everlasting, and they really want to build and to start a life with you. They see it all. They look at you as marriage material. They have very strong feelings for you. A message that usually comes through with the 6 of Wands, if we're focusing on somebody's feelings, or at least in my readings, it's almost like a that's my person, you know, that's my girl, that's my guy, that type of feeling. Like this person just really looks at you as their person. So what they are suffering from, though, is a severe lack of confidence, and they're not quite sure of how to let you know about the way that they are feeling, because they feel so strongly about you that they feel that you could have this beautiful 10 of Pentacles life together, this family together. You know, to me, the 10 of Pentacles is almost like the house, the kids, the car, like the, you know, just everything, the whole shebang. They want it all with you. They really look at you as somebody that they can share a life with. I also feel like the 6 of Wands, just even going based off of that, that's my person type of energy that the 6 of Wands always gives off to me. It's almost this feeling of you're too good for them. They do feel like you're too good for them. I can see that very clearly, especially with the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles to me can indicate somebody that's just feeling very down. You know, they feel down, low down. They feel, oh, what's the word? Even down on their luck. You know, they just feel like they are not worthy of this connection with you, which means that there's definitely some work that they have to do on their self-confidence and on their self-worth, because they feel quite shitty about themselves. Ace of Swords in reverse to me can indicate that you and this person have perhaps never really opened up to one another about the way that you're feeling about one another. Ace of Swords in reverse can indicate communication, or Ace of Swords in general, or swords in general, can indicate communication at times. The Ace of Swords in reverse indicating a lack of clear communication between the two of you especially. And basically that for both of you, there's a lack of clarity surrounding this connection. I feel like both of you are not quite sure of how to handle or how to go about this connection. But overall, their intentions seem to be quite pure. They just seem to feel kind of crappy about themselves. They don't really like themselves that much, but they do look at you as somebody who is absolutely stunningly beautiful, somebody who they look at as marriage material, and overall feel quite strongly about the two of you. And they see a lot of potential in this connection being able to be long-term, lifelong, Okay, they really do have they have this clear vision of what it could look like with you throughout time, but they're really unsure of, especially in the current state of their confidence, they're not quite sure of how to get there. Okay, so now we are looking at their conscious intentions toward the connection. Ooh. Okay, and what are you? Oh. Their conscious intentions are so good. So we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups can at times indicate that you're walking away from something, but you're also walking towards something. The Emperor in reverse jumps out. Emperor in reverse can indicate a lack of stability and security. At times that could be a lack of financial stability and security, a lack of mental stability and security. And I do feel like they are moving away from this more so lack mindset that they have, where with that Five of Pentacles, they're in this constant state of lack. You know, perhaps they have a lack mindset when it comes to their finances or when it comes to abundance. Perhaps they have a lack mindset even when it comes to themselves. They have this lack of confidence, this lack of self-worth, even lack of forward movement at times with things within their own life, meaning their career. You know, they might just be at times held back by certain mindsets that they hold on to. But to see the Eight of Cups, I do feel like the Eight of Cups is indicative of them beginning to move out of this stagnant energy. They're beginning to move out of this energy of lack, and they are looking to just finally take the leap of faith and see where this connection is going to go. Okay, the Fool can indicate taking a leap of faith. It can indicate new beginnings. That is followed up with the Four of Cups in reverse. And the Four of Cups in reverse has been jumping out so much lately in my collective love readings as basic love. I mean, collective and personal readings for people, where it's this message of put yourself out there. Just put yourself out there. Okay, the Four of Cups in reverse is a card of seizing opportunities. It's a card to me that basically after this period of stagnancy, after this period of even at times feeling, you know, rather uncomfortable with yourself, or feeling uncomfortable within your life, feeling this stagnant energy, but also at times this rather depressed or even anxious energy of not really having the motivation to do what it is that you want to do or do what it is that you need to do. And to see these two reversed fours, there is this indication of almost like the Fool too, just like a push in the right direction. The knowing that you can no longer stay stuck within these current mindsets or stay stuck within this current stagnancy, and that it is time to go out there, seize opportunities, put yourself out there, express what you need to express, stop holding on to it and just let it out. Put yourself out there in order to be able to seize these opportunities that you have been missing out on while you've been stuck in that lack, let's say. And then we end with the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups, which is a romantic gesture. As you could see, he shot out of the deck. Okay, so Knight of Cups is indicative of that romantic gesture. All in all, this person's conscious and subconscious intentions do align. Piles 1 did too, but not in a good way. Like not in the best of ways. But Pile 2, your person, is absolutely wanting to pursue this connection. They do have some shit going on mentally and emotionally, especially when it comes to lack, especially when it comes to their confidence, and even perhaps some stuckness and some stagnancy. They know that they have stuff that they need to work out, but they are actually consciously working on these things that have been holding them back, whether it's a lack of confidence, whether it's feeling like they need to be more financially stable, whether they feel like they haven't had the words or have not been able to comfortably express themselves to you. They're moving out of that energy and they're moving forward toward you. Okay, so all in all, such a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful message. my favorite type of reading to do are positive love readings. So now we are going to pull some oracle cards from the Love Oracle deck and just see what jumps out. Okay, so the first card that jumped out actually is this card, Patterns. And not that you will be able to, maybe you probably can't even see the word patterns on it because I doubt it focused, but we have be aware of dating patterns and stop what doesn't work. So to me, this could be occurring on both sides of this connection. I'm trying to, which I neglected to say, but I'm trying to have these cards focus on more so of your energy regarding the connection. So to me, I feel like, again, this is I feel something that the two of you might be mirroring one another on. Perhaps you and your person struggle with putting yourselves out there. Perhaps you and your person at times, struggle with confidence. Maybe the reason why you've never expressed yourself to them is due to a lack of confidence. Maybe you're stuck feeling like this person is too good for you, and meanwhile your person's also stuck thinking that you're too good for them, and it's causing that lack of clarity that we saw with the Ace of Swords from their subconscious intentions. And if you have a history of not really putting yourself out there, as does your person, it's time for you to reevaluate why that is. Begin to do some meditative work on why that is. Begin to do some meditative work regarding, self-confidence and self-esteem. Oh. And I guess that's it. So we then have the Real Deal. We have Lightning. And we have the Sword and the Rose, which jumped out right as I was saying the word clarity. So the Real Deal, they see you as a total keeper, genuine, compatible, authentic, healthy, a good choice. And they see your light. Then that's followed with Lightning, which is basically, news coming your way. Could be shocking news, because a shocking news, sudden change. But to me, it's very good things within this connection, because this is going to allow your connection to make positive movement forward. This is what's going to allow this connection to deepen in its level of commitment and to transform, because finally you're going to get you're going to get a romantic proposal from this person, which is basically asking you out. And then we end with the Sword and Rose, which is clarity. Okay, truth. The truth coming out. And that's the shocking news. That's the sudden change. Is that the truth is going to come out about how the two of you feel about one another. Because your person is finally taking that leap of faith. Your person has been working on building up the confidence and the self-worth that they need in order to take the chance and tell you the truth and finally express themselves and how they've been feeling. So that is all. That is all for today. A lot of beautiful messages came through for you, pile 2, my tiger's eye people. And I just want to thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. Thank you so much for sticking it out with me until the end of this recording. And I hope that you have a wonderful day. Hello, pile 3, my clear quartz people. So now we are going to do your reading on what your person's subconscious and conscious intentions are. So again, their subconscious intentions are meant to focus on their thoughts, their feelings, and whether or not their intentions with you are pure or not so pure. And their conscious intentions are meant to represent what your person is going to do in real life. What their plans are in pursuing you. So let's get it started. We're going to be taking a look at their subconscious intentions first. Okay, pile 3's person. Okay, so similarly to pile 2, Your person's definitely lacking in confidence. We have the Empress in reverse and we have the Strength card. To me, that's indicating that this person is really trying to build up their confidence at this point in time, that they might be dealing with low self-worth or low self-esteem, and that they might at times also, with the Empress, they don't want to come off as like too much. And I feel like that's another thing that's coming out here actually, because we have the High Priestess and the Empress starting us off, and the High Priestess, when it's in reverse, can indicate a lot of sexual desire. The Strength card also indicates, you know, having to tame something. If you look at the depiction on the card, having to tame something. So it's almost like they're trying, and so we have that message. And the Empress in reverse can also indicate feeling overbearing, or feeling like somebody is overbearing. So to me, not only do we start off with this person needs to build up their confidence in order to make movement forward toward you, we also have this message of they don't want to come off as overbearing and scare you away, and they don't want to come off as too sexual and scare you away either. You know, so they're trying to get their emotions under control, because they, you know, very clearly want to have relations with you, and they don't want to scare you away by coming through so strongly with their emotional, like, or romantic feelings, rather, with their romantic feelings toward you. So they're trying to keep shit under wraps, you know, within their brain. In their brain, they're like, I can't come on too strong. I can't continue to come on too strong. I can't come on too strong. And them also, I feel like, trying to put themselves in a place where they don't have to be so, in one way or another. I just heard they don't want to be so showy. That could be they don't want to, you know, again, be overbearing or too sexual and scare you away in some way. But it could also mean, like, even in a confidence way, they don't want to come off like they're egotistical type of thing. We have the Six of Cups coming out next. Six of Cups is a card of kindness. It's a card, I love referring to this card as a card even of loving kindness. Really like showing empathy and compassion for all of those around us. And that's what this person's trying to give to you on a subconscious level. They're trying to be kind. They're trying to show you that they care, that there's somebody that's going to be supportive of you, and there's somebody that you can look to for support and empathy, compassion, and so on and so forth. And I do feel like they're trying to control these other more so, you know, intense romantic urges, let's say, toward you, in both their, you know, expression of their feelings and the fact that they do want to be physically intimate with you. That it's like they're trying to control all of that in order to show you. Even with that, it could be an indication that they're trying to show you the best side of themselves. We close out with the moon. So the moon in general can indicate that this person is trying to cover up these feelings. But the moon at times can be a little bit shady. So I just want to clarify the moon by itself real quick. I don't think I need to shuffle, but I do need to ask what the moon is about. Because they could be too many cards. Just to see what the moon is bringing forth here. Okay, so the moon, just wanted to make sure that this person is not just like a scumbag. Like, this person's giving you their loving kindness to cover up the fact that they're a raging asshole that only wants to have sex with you. But no, the moon was clarified by the Page of Wands in reverse and the Knight of Pentacles. So this person is trying to cover up their emotions for you. They're trying to cover up the fact that they do see a future with you, this fact that they don't want to come on too strong, because the Knight of Pentacles, rather, I think I might have said Knight of Cups, but it's the Knight of Pentacles, is a card that can indicate, you know, seeing a future with somebody, wanting to build a strong, steady, sturdy future with somebody. Now, another thing, and Page of Wands, at times, pages can be messengers, so to me, it's like he's trying to cover up the way that he feels about you. He's not trying to give you an indication that he for lack of a better way of saying it, he's not trying to come off like he only wants to bang you, and he's not trying to come off like he, is infatuated with you in a way that's going to scare you off or seem, stalkerish or scary. So he's trying his best to just, be himself and show you in other ways that he cares about you, that he's supporting you, that he uplifts you. And I keep saying he, but it could of course be any gender. Now, the other thing that I do want to say here is this could be somebody that has been in your life for a long amount of time. So this could be somebody that is like an old friend. The Six of Cups is a reconciliation card, so it could be an ex, but this doesn't really feel like an ex. This feels more like somebody that you've known for a long time. So to me, that could make a lot of sense as to why they don't want to come off in a certain way with you, because they don't want to scare you off, and the two of you have been friends for so long. That could be where I got the initial message of this person also lacking in confidence, because they don't want to screw up the friendship, and it could be this indication of, them covering up their feelings, because the two of you have been friends for so long. They don't want to come off or appear a certain way. But I do get this sense that this person is a friend, or more than likely could be an old friend. Could be an old friend, a friend that you've had for many, 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 many years. So they're trying their best. They're trying their best they're trying their best to not come on too strongly in any way that could potentially scare you off. So now we are moving ahead to their conscious intentions, and I don't think you can see the cards, but the first card to jump out is the Lovers. So on a conscious level, they are wanting to pursue this connection. And I also want to say the Knight of Pentacles brought that through very strongly to close out with the Knight of Pentacles, even though we were clarifying the moon there. And the Six of Cups also is a card that can indicate a romantic gesture of some sort. So this person, oh my goodness, these cards are flying all over. Okay, so we have the Lovers, we have the Star, we have the Emperor. Oh my goodness. All major arcana cards. So first of all, that does tell me yet again that this is somebody that's significant within your life. Okay, this is somebody that is significant, somebody that's been in your life for a long period of time. The Star and the Lovers, of course, are two other reconciliation cards. As I said, it doesn't really feel like a reconciliation. It does feel like, though, this is somebody that's been in your life for a very long time. The Star, what I love about it in readings like this, even with conscious intentions, is like there's stars in the sky and it's hard for you. You can't just reach out and grab one. So at times this person does feel like you're unattainable. At times this person does lack in the confidence that they need in order to make forward movement toward you. But they're beginning to see, or they're deciding that perhaps this love is not as unattainable as it seems, and they want to create something strong, steady, stable with you. They see this very loving, obviously very beautiful future, and they finally have hope toward this connection. So to me, there's definitely going to be positive movement forward made in this connection. I hope that it resonates, that this person is somebody that you've known. Perhaps it's an old friend, perhaps it's somebody that you also have been harboring feelings for a very long time, because it does seem as though the two of you are going to be making positive movement forward when it comes to advancing this connection. So there's definitely going to be some type of commitment or some type of conversation, some communication coming through, really within the next couple of weeks or months even, where you and this person are going to decide to, in my opinion, it feels like the two of you are finally deciding to date one another. Like, I feel like you might even have people that think that the two of you are in a relationship. Like if you guys go out to dinner or go out, wherever together, it seems like you've been questioned before about whether or not you are in a connection. Okay. So, first two cards to jump out, because I was just asking what's kept the two of you apart. Um, and what's got to happen to make the two of you get together. So what's kept the two of you apart, we have Three of Cups in reverse and Two of Swords. So, and Two of Swords in reverse. So what's kept the two of you apart could be that the two of you were in relationships with different people, especially if you've known one another throughout time. There might not have ever really been a good time for the two of you to begin dating one another. Perhaps you even met while you could have met while one or both of you were dating other people, or you could have, even been friends, let's say, since like high school, and there's all the high school drama and shit. The two of you never really made a move on one another in high school, and then by the time you guys got into college or got into a career, again, dating other people, seeing other people, perhaps you're on opposite sides of the country at times. Throughout your friendship, because this really does feel like a long amount of time that you have known this person. Two of Swords in reverse to me can indicate at times being in denial, at times like wanting, like just being like, oh, does this person like me? Do you think that they like me? Do you think that they like me? I'm not sure. Just constantly going back and forth with the romantic feelings that you've had for this person. I feel like these romantic feelings at times, they come and go and come and go. When you see this person, they're very, very, very strong. And then, the two of you might not talk for 2 or 3 months because you're in a relationship or they're in a relationship. And and so on and so forth. It's like there's just never been the right time for the two of you to be together, but you are quickly approaching that right time. We have the Strength card, which indicates that any lack of confidence that your person has felt, and perhaps that you have felt, is beginning to dissipate. Because at this point, it's time. That's one thing that keeps, or that I keep hearing, is that it's time. It's time. Perhaps the two of you are single, or are going to become single, or have recently become single, because to me there's this very strong indication of there's not this blockage of there being a whole literal other person involved in this connection. I feel like the Two of Swords is basically this message of, I'm going to express myself. I've been feeling this way for a long time, and I'm not going to allow. It's also like the rejection of this would hurt less at this point than continuing to pine over this person. And I feel like that's something that is coming through here as well. Like at this point, your person's willing to take a rejection from you than they are to continue to ask themselves, what if? Okay, so I hope that makes sense, because your person is like, I'm finally coming out of hiding type of thing. Even though I do feel like the two of you, if you're not in constant communication, it's not like you're not in communication with this person. For most of you, I feel like that the two of you are, in communication. At times there's no communication just because the two of you don't see one another every day. But it doesn't feel like if you were to reach out to this person, they would straight up ignore you, or they have you blocked type of thing. There's light communication at times between the both of you, let's say. Low communication, I think, is the way to put it. But this person is finally at the point where they just have to know. They have to know if these feelings have, if ever, been reciprocated. And then we have the Ace of Cups, yet again indicating on a conscious level there's a romantic gesture coming your way from this person. Okay, so especially when it seems the two of you are single, because that is something that I feel like has held your person back in the past. If there's ever been a time where one or both of you have been in a relationship, it seems like that's been something that's consistently held the two of you back from approaching the other. But there's definitely positive movement being made when it comes to this connection. So now what I'm doing is getting some oracle cards from the Love Oracle deck as pretty much advice for you. So one thing that came out, and the stabbed in the back card jumped out first by itself, and then a group of like 7 cards jumped out, so I just threw them back in. But there was a card, Heartbroken, that jumped onto the stabbed in the back card. So, possibly this could be an ex, but if this is an ex, it's somebody from your distant past. However, I do more so feel that the heartbreak of this connection comes from the lack of emotional expression. I also feel like the heartbreak from this connection could also be kind of standing on the sidelines while you've seen this person, or they've seen you, get into relationships with other people because they never made that move, or you never made that move. So it's like you're feeling every time with that sense of heartbreak, or getting stabbed in the back. And that stabbed in the back, and as I said, the heartbreak card fell directly on top of it, so it's definitely worth mentioning. We have Shy jumping out next. Nervous, or too nervous to ask you out. Does that not sound familiar? That's exactly what we've been talking about now for probably 10-15 minutes. Island time. In your own time, take your time, have a relaxed attitude. So when it comes to this person or this connection again has taken time. It's taken a lot of time. Both of you have been too nervous to ask one another out. Okay, so this is definitely, like, I also feel like, okay, so missed opportunity came out, then these 3 cards jumped out. But anyway, the Island Time card I feel like is just indicating that this connection has taken time. I also feel like the Island Time card is also mentioning, though, that there's no rush here. There's no rush. Allow this to unfold naturally, because if the two of you have been feeling this way forever, there's no need for anybody to rush into it and scare the other person off, and that's exactly what your person is afraid of. We have missed opportunity. This is regret from former relationships. So again, the two of you obviously regret at times the way that you have handled this connection between the two of you. What I find funny with the Island Time card and with those beginning messages from the subconscious portion of it, where your person is feeling, it doesn't want to come on too strong sexually, doesn't want to come on too strong, even emotionally, and scare you off. We have the cards physical intimacy and hello. So physical intimacy is, of course, speaking of sex, and then the hello card is, basically being, aloof and not feeling it. So they are fearful that if they were to make a move on you, just outright make a move on you, they're fearful. And I feel like that's a fear that you share as well. Both of you don't want to come on too strong. You don't want to be coming out of left field toward one another and, scaring each other off, basically. And then we have blast from the past. Okay, something or someone is returning from the past. So this is definitely somebody from your past. I do feel like it is a close friend more so than an ex, or an old friend that you used to have more so than an ex. But of course, exes, can be included here in on that. So that is pretty much it. I mean, it sounds like you and your friend are making some movement forward toward one another. It seems like they are just figuring out the right way to go about this connection so that they don't come on too strongly and scare you off. And I would say that that's also advice that you should take as well, not to come on too strongly with this person and scare them off. So I feel like that advice, I feel like a lot of the feelings that you have toward this person are feelings that they mirror toward you. So there's a lot of mirroring going on here. And I wish you the best of luck within this connection, because it really seems like the two of you have had very strong feelings for one another for a very, very long time. So thank you so much, Pile 3, my clear quartz friends. Thank you so much for joining me and for sticking it out with me until the end of this recording. And I hope that you have a wonderful day.